Okay, this is my review of the AEG fully integrated dishwasher, model number FSS62800P. We've had the dishwasher for about a week now, and we wanted to use it for a little bit before we did our full review. The instruction manual is very useful. It tells you everything you need to know in terms of how to operate the machine, how to adjust the water hardness, details for the salt dispenser, the details of which we got off the water provider's website. So that was quite easy to do at the very beginning. There's details on what the 6 programs do, and gives you a brief description, which is very handy. There's a short one here which lasts about 30 minutes, which we did try, but we used a tablet and it hadn't fully dissolved all of the tablet before the wash program had finished. The booklet does explain that that might happen and it might be better off to use powder, but we haven't tried that yet. The main program we tend to use is the Eco one, and the pots wash very well under that setting. The dishwasher is operational at the moment. You'll see at the bottom there's a red light shining onto the floor. This tells you that the dishwasher is on. If the red light flashes, it tells you there's a fault, and when it's finished the red light turns to green. It would be more useful if it could have actually shone the time remaining on the floor, but this one doesn't, and as you can probably tell, it's very, very quiet. You can hardly hear it even though it's in full swing at the moment. These are the installation instructions. I'm not the best DIYer in the world, but I'm not bad either. Basically it's a storyboard telling you how to install it. It would have been useful if there had also been some written dialogue to help you, and maybe some top tips, say for example the door. It took me a little while to get all the holes in the right place, and maybe some top tips there about things to consider, what's taken into account when measuring up. Or better still would have been a installation video on the main provider's website, and then at least then you could have watched, and that I would have found that very useful. It took me over 2 hours in the end to install it, but probably would have only taken me 45 minutes now that I've done it. It was a lot more straightforward than it appeared initially. So I've just opened the door on the dishwasher, which is currently mid-cycle, which is why you can see a bit of steam coming out, and everything's wet. The comfort lift bottom tray on this is quite a useful feature. So if you pull it out, that's as far as it goes before it starts to lift, and if you keep pulling, it comes up quite high, which is very useful for loading and unloading. And in terms of putting it back down again, there's a handle on the front here which you just squeeze, and with the weight of the pots it pushes everything back down again. So that's quite a useful feature. My one criticism of this feature is it's actually quite awkward to access the filter, which is at the back of here, to clean it, and the salt reservoir. If you've got it up fully, you can access it from underneath, but there's not a huge amount of room, so which basically means you need to get down on the floor and stretch in. It would have been easier if you could have actually removed this tray. That would have made the whole job a lot easier. This is the top tray. There's quite a bit of space here in order to put your various pots in. My criticism with this tray is these prongs here, which is where you can put some small plates. It would be more useful if you could collapse those, as it makes it quite awkward when you want to fill the top tray up with everything other than small plates. So that's just a small gripe. Top tray is for the cutlery, which is very handy. This very handily easily comes out if you want to, so you can either take it out when emptying the dishwasher, or indeed when filling it up. So that's quite a useful feature. Some people like these top trays for the cutlery, some don't. I don't mind them. My wife finds them a little bit fiddly, but I find them relatively straightforward and easy to use. On the panel here is the on-off button. Printed here are the 6 programs that are available to you, and then the various dials here. So this one goes up through the various programs that you choose them. This one cuts down the time by half, which is quite a handy feature. The booklet says that even though the time's been half, the pots should still come out clean. Basically the water's hotter, and it comes through with more pressure to help them clean, and obviously it does a countdown clock there. So all in all, we've been very happy with the dishwasher. It cleans the pots very well, which is basically the main function of a dishwasher. The features such as the comfort tray are quite nice, but as I say, it would be nice if you could remove them. And on some of the trays where you've got the fixed prongs, it would be nice if they were all collapsible, just to give you a bit of more choice. But as I say, overall, we're very happy with the dishwasher, and I'd happily give it a 9 out of 10, and would recommend anybody if they wish to buy it.